Hello, everyone. Welcome to First Year Teaching Tips. This video series is dedicated to helping any teacher who is in their first year of teaching or in their first year in a new role. Veteran teachers are welcome as well. With that being said, let's begin. So who am I? My name is Mia, and I am, as of the recording of this video, an 11-year veteran in education. I worked as a high school social science teacher in public and private schools, and currently work as an instructional technology specialist in a public district. When I began teaching, the landscape of education looked very different. However, I have found that there are some tips, tricks, and other bits of information I wish I had known when starting my career. Some of this advice comes from my own experiences, and some of it comes from what others have taught me. So let's dive into this video's tips about managing class projects. Tip number 1, decide if the project will be a group or individual assessment. When creating projects, there are various guides online, but I'm going to start with the most basic factor beyond determining the objective, and that is deciding how the project will be graded. Group projects are a great way to help students build collaboration skills and interpersonal dynamics. There are also fewer final products to grade. Individual projects demonstrate what each student specifically understands and require students to be self-disciplined. However, there is much more to grade as a result of this situation. In general, I try to alternate my major class assignments. If the last major assessment was a group project, then the next one would be an individual assignment. Tip number 2, if you assign a group project, always have an individual grading component that is equal to the group grade. I learned this tip the first time I assigned a group project, and my students complained that there was no accountability for individual students who did not do their equitable share of work. Depending on the grading scale used in your school, you may be able to assign an equal amount of points, or if standards-based, enter 2 standard grades associated with the activity. Here is what I personally did in the past with group projects. I worked with a point system. If the group part was worth 50 points, then so was the individual part. So as not to overwhelm myself, I would grade individuals each day based on what I observed they contributed, which ties into the next tip. Tip number 3, give time to work on the project in class no matter what grade level you teach. First, I want to finish my explanation about my grading system from the last tip. In the example, I said that the individual work would be worth 50 points. So if there were 5 days of work time in class, each day was worth 10 points. I had a rubric for students to see what I considered effective individual work, whether it was seeing them talk with group mates, seeing them edit items associated with the project, or some other action. They could then, over the course of the 5 days, earn their individual points. However, the time to work on a project in class is not just about being able to easily grade students. It is necessary for 2 key reasons. First, it allows you to give feedback to students as they create their projects so that they turn in their best work to you. Secondly, the reality is students have their own lives outside of school. These lives may include clubs, sports, participation in the arts, volunteering, or a variety of other activities. Sometimes students do not have the capability to work on a major project outside of school, whether it is due to outside responsibilities or due to not being able to talk with group members. So be sure that there is time to work on major projects in class. Tip number 4, use class projects as a way to teach students and assess them. While projects are a fantastic way to have students synthesize their ideas about a theme, topic, or unit, they are also a great way to have students learn how to use different types of expression in explaining their ideas. When I taught in the classroom, projects took on a variety of forms: create a slide deck, write a skit, participate in a debate, create a children's storybook, and so on. Through these different types of activities, students learned how to use different technology tools, how to present, how to respond to an argument, and a myriad of other skills. As a result, the students learned and were assessed at the same time. Tip number 5, allow for multiple modalities or forms of final product in projects when possible. Multiple modalities refers to the ways information can be presented through audio, text, visuals, or other media. While not always possible, try to incorporate a requirement that students must present information in two different forms. Furthermore, giving students choice in how to present a final product also builds their independence. The way I approached this in my classes was as follows. Students had at least 5 major projects in a school year where they were required to present their material in the unique way prescribed in the project. However, for the final project, students could present the information in any way they felt was best suited to them. This situation meant that I did receive quite a few slide decks at the end of the year, but I also received some amazing videos or other products from students who generally did not feel comfortable speaking in class. No matter what, when it comes to class projects, be sure to assign them so that you feel capable of guiding your students through the activity. Thank you for watching this video. If you are interested in learning more, please like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can also go to my website, www.guidegrowtech.com, for even more information on a variety of topics. Finally, I hope this video helped you grow in your knowledge of this topic. Take care.